Bruh. I have some stories for you guys. Okay, story time. If you don't know, I went to Miami this weekend for the Super Bowl. It was really, really nice. The NFL flew us out, which is literally insane. Well, basically, like the first night I got there, I didn't want to go out because I arrived pretty late. Just wanted to chill. I hung out with my friend. We just ate food. I showered. And she just sat beside me as I did my hair because that's what friendship is like. And then the second and third night were the weekend nights. The first night, I went out for a bit, but I wasn't really feeling it, so I went back home. But Fed stayed out really late, and he got his phone robbed. Tifu also got his phone robbed, I think for the second time. I'm not really sure. Yeah, that was the Saturday night. Sunday night was after the Super Bowl. And basically what happened is after the Super Bowl was done, basically there were two shuttles, one that went right away to a club and the other one that went back to the hotel where you could like chill and then go out if you want. Fed took the one directly to the club. Surprise, surprise. I didn't. Also, surprise, surprise. So I went back to the hotel. Bitch was tired. Oh yeah, I missed the strippers. I was very sad because the Saturday night after I left, because I was like, oh, kind of whatever. And then they went to see strippers. Like, how are you going to go see strippers right after I leave? I never seen a stripper in my life. Anyways, yeah, Fed went directly to the club or party or whatever. I went back with my friend and we chilled, relaxed. Me and my friend ordered a large cheese and beef pizza and some pasta. And we watched the Aaron Hernandez documentary on Netflix, which is so good. So we were being lazy, like lazy with a capital L. But I love that. And she had a really early flight, like 5 a.m. So she had to go out at like 3. We got back to the hotel at midnight. So for me to say we finished a documentary and ate like 3 different types of food, it was 3 a.m. by the time we were done, okay? And everyone was still out at the club because it just took that long to get back to anywhere after the Super Bowl because it was Trafficville. And yeah, 3 a.m. But in my mind, it's like midnight because East Coast, West Coast difference. So I was like, God dang, do I go out? I've been staying in. Do I just stay in? So I messaged Fed. I'm like, how's it going at the club? Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, it's really, really fun. And honestly, the main reason I wanted to go link up with everyone at the club was because Aiden, the Fortnite pro, he has a really, really, really sweet GF that I'm still meaning to send a video to. And I wanted to take a picture with him for her. And I had promised to like see him later that day so we could like take a photo because we had been like delaying it the whole weekend. So that was like the main reason. So I was messaging Fed. I was like, how is it? Is it fun? And is Aiden there? And he goes, yeah, Aiden's here. It's really, really fun. You should definitely come out. And I'm looking at the time, and it's 3 a.m., and I'm looking at my phone. It's like, you should go. And I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at the beef and cheese pizza in the kitchen. I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at the text, and I'm like, fuck it, YOLO. I only live once. So I head out at 3 a.m. to this club. And I get there, and the thing is, it's kind of like a club within, I think, a hotel. And the entire hotel lobby is packed with people. Packed. Capital P. Packed with people waiting to get into this club. But I like knew someone who knew the security or whoever the fuck worked there. So I was allowed in, but there's literally a mob of people in front of the entrance to the club that are like, hey, can we get in? Hey, can we get in? Hey, can we get in? And I'm like behind the mob and I'm like, how the fuck do I get in? And the dude comes out with the security lady, or maybe she's like the manager of the place. And he's on the phone with me and he's like, listen, you need to get to the front of the crowd so she can let you in. And I'm like, I'm scared. I'm scared. It's literally like a mob of people that are all taller and cooler looking than me. I don't want to be bothering no one, acting like I'm like butting in front of them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I was like, excuse me. And I think because I look like this like dumbass little girl, they were like, okay, whatever. And like, let me get to the front. And there were these last two girls that I had to squeeze by to get in like with the security. And the lady was like, yeah, her, like, let her in, blah, blah, blah. And the girls were like, oh, you're getting in? Can you get me in too? And I was like, girl, if I could, like, I swear I would. And they were like, okay, just make sure to let them know. And I was like, yeah, I'll let the people know. And the manager lady was like, you better have a good night. Like, because it was such a hassle to get me in. And I was like, hee hee, tinks. So I get inside and I go to the table because Twitch has like a private table. So I go there and Fed's not at the table at this time, by the way. And I see everyone, and I don't know how to explain, but like everyone looks like the place was just like hotboxed for the last 4 hours. And what I mean by that is like they're all just doing like this, or they're standing, or they're drinking. Like no one's dancing, no one's like talking. And I thought that was unusual because I'm used to seeing clubs like with people dancing a lot. And I'm like, it's like 3:30 a.m. Shouldn't people like be so drunk that they're dancing? And for someone who like doesn't drink, like that's how I make up for it, because music really hypes me up. And so instead of like wanting alcohol to hype me up, I like the music and the dancing to hype me up. But no one was dancing, and I couldn't tell if that was like a Miami thing. And it was so weird to me that like I took a video of it. So let me show you guys. Okay, so if you guys can see, okay. There's like this lady who works there, by the way, and she's moving to pour people drinks. But then everyone else is just standing. Like it is packed shoulder to shoulder, the whole place. No one's dancing. No one. Oh my God. They're being NPCs. Seriously, just like stand. But they were NPCs with the lyrics coded into them. So the music, they would sing along, but they wouldn't move. No moving, no dancing. Also, in Miami, or at least in the club scene in Miami, or the going out scene, every girl has a fat ass. Every single one. You will not see a girl without a fat... sorry, a big bum, okay? But here's the thing, and I don't mean to say this and sound like I'm like talking shit about procedures or anyone's body type. It's more of like just like a funny comment. However, some girls got bums so big that it kind of looks like an adult diaper. You know what I mean? Like, I know you know what I mean. When it's like a person, but then they got a diaper, you know? Like, I know you've seen those kind of pictures online, and like you see it and you're like, this biologically doesn't make sense, but it's just funny. Yeah, like is it like a dump truck? I don't know. It's like adult diaper level. Like, you know when you see a baby, but they got a full diaper, so it's like that. So it's kind of funny. No hate to them, because also there's probably people that like that or don't like it. It's just funny to me a little bit. By the way, these girls, like the girls in Miami are fine. Like I thought the girls in LA looked really good, but the girls in Miami look really good, and they're bodacious as hell, you know? Moving on. So I'm there. I'm like, why is nobody dancing? And people are like, oh, you want this drink? And I'm like, nah. And then another person's like, you want this? I'm like, nah. Literally, I got to the table, 3 people asked me if I want to drink immediately, which thank you, but nah. And it's so funny. The dude that was like giving out drinks to people at the table, he was like, he shows me the bottle and he's like, you want? And I'm like, no, I'm okay. And he looks at me like this. And he goes, drink. I was like, no thanks. And he goes, he pours the drink. He gives me the drink in a glass. I'm like, no, I'm good. he goes again. And then he takes the drink and he puts it in like, usually at private tables, there's like a bucket with ice. So he takes the drink and he puts it in the bucket with ice and he goes, it's right there when you want it, okay? I'm like, thanks. I got weird champed. Yes, he weird champed me IRL when I said no 3 times. Anyways, totally fun. It was funny. I messaged Fed and I'm like, yo, I'm at the table. Where are you? He's like, on my way back. So he heads, he comes in like through the crowd and he comes up to the table. How much? I have 25 minutes to finish this story, and I'm actually starting to think I don't know if I have enough time to finish the story. Okay? Let me try to just summarize my experience at the table. Okay? So kind of my issue with going out during events like this is usually I'll be at a Twitch table, and so there's like Twitch people there whom I respect. But when I go out and I hear some ratchet music and I want to dance, I ain't being respectful, okay? And I can't get to that level around like Twitch employees because I respect them. Like I just feel bad, you know? I can't be like busting a move and the Twitch CEO's right there because that just like crosses boundaries in my brain that I ain't trying to cross. But they're all really, really nice and like you can totally get along with them and do whatever. And I don't think that they're judgmental at all either. So it's just a me thing. So Fed comes, he's having a great time. He's having a great time. He like looks really happy. So I'm happy to see him happy. And he's like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. I'm like, hey, what's up? We like hug or whatever. We're like chilling, yada, yada. I was at the club for about 45 minutes, maybe an hour-ish. But I think about 45 minutes. And during that short period of time, I saw Fed get exponentially drunker, like so fast. Like at first I was like, hey, he's like having a good time. He's been drinking, whatever. And he just went zoom during those 45 minutes. And so my whole time at the table, it was like to my left is Fed getting very drunk very fast. And there's a girl working the table who is like giving drinks to people as soon as they finish their drinks. So Fed is getting drinks very fast. I feel like I don't have a very good perception of like how drunk someone is or how people are when they're drunk, just because I don't have that much experience in that department. So that's Fed to my left. And then to my right, also the whole night, is this dude. I don't think he works at Twitch, but if he does, if he ever sees this, if any of his friends see this, okay, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just trying to recount what happened, okay? There's this curly-haired man beside me. Looks like a nice guy. Will not stop talking, okay? Like, I don't know this dude. Never seen him before. And he just hits me with the, you want some of this drink? And I'm like, nah, I'm good. Again, weird champs me. I'm like, I just don't want you. Ah. And then he's trying. So basically, it's like table, floor, couches, and then another level. Like the couches go up, and there's a bit of a platform where people are standing. Like as you could see in my video, there's like levels of where people are standing because you could stand on that stuff. And he's like, oh, like, you should get up on the thing where he's standing. And at one point, me and Fed did. And he just like, oh, dude, he wouldn't stop. And it was kind of funny to see because, like, I'm so sober. And I could see he was trying, like, every possible scenario on me. He was, like, being nice, offering me the drink. And then he'd be like, oh, offering doesn't work? How about guilt tripping? And he'd be like, are you really gonna make me finish this bottle alone? And I'd be like, yes. I won't lie. It was so funny to me because like I could tell he was drunk, like pretty drunk. And so I was just being like really blunt, not in a mean way, but like in a way that's really funny to me. Like he'd just be like, you really gonna make me finish this bottle? I'm like, yeah. yeah. And he'd be like, come on, have some. I'd be like, no. And then he'd say, he was telling me to like go up higher. And I already went up one level onto the couches with Fed. And he's like, go up higher. Like he kept trying to talk to me. And I'd be like, no, I don't want more of your drink. And he's like, no. Or like any of your drink. And he'd be like, no, not the drink. I want you to go up higher onto the platform. And I'd say, I don't want to die. Because I was wearing kind of heels. And the guy behind me on the platform, he spilled some of his drink all over my jacket, by the way. My jacket was smelling nasty. And I was like, I'm not going to go on the platform because it's like this big. I'm wearing heels and the dude spilled his drink. I'm going to die. And trying to explain that to a drunk person who's like, fuck it, YOLO, is very hard, you know? So he's like, just go. Come on, get on the platform. So it was like half trying to get me to drink, half trying to get me on the platform. And I'm like, fam, stop. And then Fed is to my left. Fed is just being so funny, dude. He's just like, hey, I'm so happy you're here. I'm like, oh, like, thanks. And we're like, not really dancing the music, more like swerving left and right. And then he goes, yo, you don't even know, but you're smurfing. And I'm like, what? And he's like, you're smurfing. You don't even know it. What? And then he would go, where's Sue, our friend? And I would say, flying, because she went on her flight. And he would laugh his ass off. Like, he would think it's so funny that I'm doing this, like flying. I'd go, she's flying. He'd go, ha, 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 ha. And then this dude's like, yo, go on the platform. Yo, have some of my drink. Yo. And then, yo, I felt like I was in a fucking simulation. Because Fed would then turn to me again and go, where's Sue? And I would go, flying. And he would laugh again. Like, laugh like it was the first time he heard it again. And that's when I knew he was really, really drunk, because he couldn't remember it, that I'd answered the same question 5 times. And he would laugh like it was the first time I did this shit again. Fuck, man. It was so, like, that was pretty funny. And he told me I was smurfing also like 3 times. It was kind of funny. And this dude kept telling me, drink, get on the platform. Drink, get on the platform. So I was like, fuck it. Me and Fed actually got on the platform. And again, just keep turning. Where's Sue? Ah, ha, 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 ha. And then the dude also got on the platform, I think. Or maybe he was just lower and still talking to me. And again, he was like, did you drink? And I'm like, nah. He's like, okay, have some of mine. And I'm like, nah. And he goes, you're not gonna win. Like, you're not gonna win this. And I go, yes, I will. Like, if you were, you know, like, win what, right? But, like, I get it. Because I understand if someone's, like, really confident and 2 people are drunk and you're like, come on, have some. You're like, you're not gonna win this. Like, I understand trying to flex that confidence, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna win this. I don't want any of your drink. Like, that's just it. Point blank, period. Oh my God. And at this point, like, after the whole, you're not gonna win this, because I feel kind of bad, but I kind of felt like I could act a fool a little bit because he was so drunk. And, when he really wouldn't stop, I was like, yo, like, I need to drive this home. And I was like, listen, I don't want any of your drink. There is no competition here. I just don't want any. Like, nope, I'm not gonna drink. I just don't want some of your drink. I'm sorry. Like, you have a good time. I did the whoa. I did the, like, I was like, nope, I don't want any of your drink. Like, I was just, I was so over it. I started acting fucking dumb. I was like, stop. Don't want any of your drink. I just don't. Like, I was like, how do I drive this home? Afterwards, Fed turns to me and he goes, Like, oh, like you can go home whenever you want. I think like trying to be nice because not that I was like visibly having a really bad time, but just like he could probably, oh my God, I missed such a big part of this. When I got there, I asked Fed, hey, where's Aiden? Like the guy that I came here to take a picture with. And he goes, oh, he left. I'm so sorry. I messaged Aiden and he goes, yeah, I left like 2 hours ago. I told Fed. I just don't think he remembers. Mind you, I messaged Fed 30 minutes ago, like long after Aiden was gone. And he goes, yeah, he's still here, man. Come on over. I get there. The man has been gone. He has been gone, okay? And I was like, well, whatever. Like, Fed's so... he's just so gone, you know? I wasn't going to argue with them about it. Oh, he goes, you can go home if you want. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go home. And he goes, you can go home if you want. And I go, okay, I'm going to go. But I, like, especially because he was repeating stuff, I was like, yo, is this dude okay? And I only learned that night that actually someone repeating something is a sign that that they're blackout drunk. And I just wanted to make sure he was okay. And I was like, do you have your hotel key card? Because I was staying with my friend at her apartment thingy, and I gave Fed the hotel rooms to himself. And he goes, yeah, I'm good. I'm going to stay a while longer, like enjoy myself. And I'm like, okay, like, can I just make sure you have your hotel key card? And he goes, don't worry, I got it. And I was like, show it to me. And he goes, don't worry, I got it. And I'm like, I will leave and let you enjoy your night as soon as you show me you have your hotel key card. And he's like, all right, one sec. So we go down from the platform to the couches, and he takes out his wallet. And his wallet is one of those wallets that has like a clip for cash. So he has the wallet and like a thingy of cash. He takes out his wallet, takes out the cash, and starts handing me the money. Just handing me $20 bills. And I go, no, Fed, your hotel key card, please, the key card. And he goes, what? And just hands me more money. I'm like, stop. Because it's getting messy, you know? We're like sitting on the booth couches for the table, and he's just handing me money. And I'm like, dog, I'm not your bartender, stop. He's like IRL tipping me donations. And I go, key card. And he goes, oh, okay. He opens up the wallet, gives me his credit card. I go, hotel card. And he goes, oh, sorry. Gives me another credit card. And I go, oh, no. Hotel key card, like maybe it's in your pocket. He goes into his pockets, throws his passport, starts throwing money, his passport, just like whatever. Like he's so gone, man. And I'm like, stop. Me and Nate Hill's brother are like picking up all his shit. I'm like, stop. I take his stuff and I look through everything myself, like through all the cards and his passport and everything. And he ain't got no hotel key card. He ain't got shit. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry, but I need you to come with me. And he's like, the club though. And then he just forgets. He's like, okay, let's go. And this really nice security man helps us all the way out of the party. And we're waiting for the Uber. And Fed goes, you're smurfing. Again, I'm like, thank you very much. These random dudes walk in, and he looks at me and he goes, yo, those guys, they might be smurfing too. You never know, man. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You never know when someone's smurfing. True. What the fuck, dude? We get into the Uber. We're going, and he's like he can't walk on his own. Like he like cannot like stand and walk on his own. So I'm like helping him everywhere, but also I'm weak as hell. So I help him into the Uber. We're headed back to the apartment because again, no hotel key card for the actual hotel. And it's about 4 a.m. now. Halfway through the Uber ride, Fed just spits. Like that's it. I'm chilling, he's chilling, and I just hear like fucking Uganda level. He just goes and like I'm sure the driver can hear it too. Well, I don't know for sure. I'm like, Fed, don't do that. We're in public. And he's like, sorry. Like he just kept doing that while being drunk. Anytime I would say something, he'd just, sorry. And then we'd get up. We got up to go out into the apartment thing, and he would just poo. I'm like, stop spitting! Stop. He goes, sorry. We go up to the apartment, blah, 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 go to bed. I don't think anything else really happened. But basically, I think we might have gotten home around 4:30, 4:45. It was like getting close to 5 and then putting Fed in bed on his side so he doesn't like yak on himself or whatever. I like put him to bed. I have to do my nighttime routine, go to bed. I went to bed at like 5:30. Like that's about the time that I fell asleep. But I had to wake him up at 7:30. Or I had to wake myself and him up at 7:30 because our flight was at 11. But people said, give yourself 3 hours to get there and to get through security because there's supposed to be so many people going home from the Super Bowl that like it's going to be really bad. And I had to go from our place to the hotel so he could pack his stuff to then get on the flight. So I wake up, I pack my stuff, I go to wake him up. I'm like, listen, get up, we need to go. And I thought he would have like sobered up by now. He gets up and he's like, huh? He's like, okay. Goes to pee, and the bathroom door's open, and I'm packing my stuff right outside the bathroom door. He starts peeing, and the pee just doesn't sound right. So I look to my left where the bathroom door is open, and I see that he's peeing on a chair. He's not peeing into the toilet. He's peeing on a chair. Because me and Sue had chairs in the bathroom, so we sat and like did our makeup and did our hair. So instead of peeing on the white toilet, he's peeing on the white chair. And it's one of those plastic chairs that's not flat. It kind of goes in so your bum is comfier. So there's a pool of pee rising in the chair. And I go, Fed, you're peeing on the chair. Cause like I had never like experienced something like that in my life. Just someone pissing on a chair in front of me. Like you're peeing on the chair. And he goes, and he turns to move to the toilet, and he just to the toilet. Doesn't like stop his pee and go to the toilet. He just and finishes his pee on the toilet. And this is the fucking cherry on top. Actually, there's 2 cherries on top. Number 1, he goes, I'm cheesed, obviously. So I'm like, you're peeing on the chair. It's not our chair, but you're peeing on the chair. And he goes, there will be many more chairs. Starts peeing in the toilet. You know, like a wise old man goes, don't worry about it. He goes, there will be many more chairs. And I'm just like, I'm like baffled at this point. And I realized like, oh, you're still like massively drunk. And I later found out, even at that point, he was still blackout. He didn't remember anything until like about the time we were at our gate in the airport. Like he just didn't remember anything else. And the issue was like, okay, after that happened, he finished his pee. And I go, Fed, I need you to clean your pee. And he's like, okay. And I'm like packing, and I hear the toilet flush. I get up, I look at the seat, it's still filled with pee. There's pee everywhere. I'm like, Fed, clean up the pee. He's like, okay. Flushes the toilet. Again. I'm like, no, clean up the pee. pee here. He goes, okay. Flushes the toilet a third time. So guess who had to clean up the pee in hopes that we wouldn't get in trouble for it? It was me, Smiley. Oh my god, man. Okay. Anyways. Oh, by the way, I am only telling this story because Fed specifically told me. He already said it, so it's okay. I wasn't planning on telling it at all because I felt it was like kind of personal. But he like said it, so. What else I remember is him like sleeping the whole way through. Sleeping on the Uber, sleeping at the gate, sleeping on the plane, sleeping on the, like just the whole time. Except when he had to physically be sleeping. Oh, I did not touch his pee-pee, by the way. I touched his pee, but not his pee-pee, you know what I'm saying? Let's not get into too many details regarding that. It's not something I really want to recall in my brain. At the gate, he turned to me and he goes, "How did I get here?" And I was like, yeah. And he's like, "No, seriously, I don't remember anything. Like, I can't believe you got me all the way here. Like, this is a monumental task." I was like, I do what I can. And he was like, "Tell me, how did I get here?" And I was like, "I know you're still drunk, so how about I tell you when we're home and you're sober?" And he goes, No, I'm sober." And just pause champs for a solid 3 seconds and bursts out laughing. He's like, I'm sober. Starts fucking laughing. I'm like, uh-huh. Oh, actually at one time during the night when he was really gone, he was like, "I want you to know I'm so gone. You are my only chance of success." Like, that's how he labeled it. Like, getting on the flight. Success. You are my only chance of success. Oh my god. And when we made it out of the Uber, he spat again. I was like, at that point, I wanted to knock him out. I'm like, "Stop spitting. It's so rude. We're in public." But he was just like really gone, you know? But yeah, this was a success story after all, which I'm really proud about. Last one, I was like, Poki's a homie helping our boy Fed out. But it's just like, bro, I was sober and I felt like it would be irresponsible of me to leave a friend that drunk. You know, like, you just don't do that, dude. Especially in Miami on Super Bowl weekend where he already got his phone stolen. I was like, he's gonna die. Like, I think he would have just ended up dead. But it all worked out, so I'm really glad. Oh, wait, I missed a part. When I brought him back to the hotel so he could pack his stuff, we went up to the hotel room so he could pack his things. And I was like, "Okay, pack your stuff and then we'll leave." And so he starts throwing stuff in his suitcase. And you guys know how suitcases have sometimes like a divider that you latch on to kind of separate both sides, right? So he put some stuff in the suitcase and then he was trying to do this attacher. And I saw he was like struggling and he would just, is he telling you guys to spam that in my chat? That's cute. No worries. Thanks from Fed, that's really cute. So he just kept he kept trying to attach this thing, but he couldn't. Like, he just kept failing over and over. And when I saw the simulation happen for 2 minutes, because mind you, like, during this whole period of things going, like, me being the only sober one, it was almost like I was observing these things just to, like, watch it like a TV show. So I just watched him do it. Like, it was funny because I would just stare at him and he just, like, kept doing the loop. And I was like, stop. And like, I did it. And I realized like he would not really be able to pack. So I packed the rest of his stuff. And I saw him like throw like a battery with phone charger in there. And I go to close up the suitcase and I go, "Wait a second. Like, do you have your phone?" And he's like, yeah, I have my phone. And I'm like, "Are you sure?" He's like, yeah, totally. I reopen the suitcase and I see the phone charger with his phone connected right there. I give it to him. I detach it and I'm like, "Here's your phone." He goes, whoa, thank you. He's like he like completely believed that wasn't he robbed? Oh, he got a new phone. He got his phone robbed and then got a new phone for the next party night. Thank God he didn't like get it robbed again. So I give him his phone. I close up the suitcase again. And I'm like, all right, let's head out. He goes to put on his shoes. He's like looking for his shoes. He goes in the bathroom. He's like, and I can tell he can't find his shoes. And I'm like, there's only one place the shoes can be. So I open up the suitcase again. I'm like, here are your shoes. He goes, oh shit, thanks. Because he had packed his own shoes that he was wearing that day and going to wear to the airport. I close the suitcase again, and we head out. Holy shit. Anyways, I think that's all. If I remember anything else, I will let you guys know. How did you not get tilted there? I mean, I was kind of tilted, but when I recounted everything afterwards, I thought it was so funny. But in the moment, I was like, you're pissing on the chair! And I had to clean it up. Like, I wasn't having a great time, but it's just like, even if you're tilted, like, you're still gonna do it. What am I gonna let him, like, die? No.